Well, what do we have here? We have body types. Male or the female? Wow. Hmm. Difficulties and Souls like? Ooh, I don't like that. A little challenge. Fuck it. Do a little challenge, you know what I'm saying? How y'all doing this five evening? My name is Gang Samurai. Chop! I chop, chip, chop, and chop, sui, mofos.
Growing your e-commerce business comes with plenty of hurdles, but shipping shouldn't be one of them. Well, here's some good news. Powerful e-commerce shipping software called Shipping.
What is going on? Excuse me. This game's $10 right now. On sale from 20. Sitting at mixed reviews, 69%. I heard the beginning is really good, and then it starts to drop off a little bit. I'm gonna try to figure out exactly why. But I've never heard of this game. You might not have either. So let's get into it. Navigation. Karate kick. This game sucks. What's this blue flame, baby? Just find a way out. And it looks like I want to climb up those vines, but it will not let me climb up the vines. I'm pressing everything. Oh wait. Oh really? Okay. Guess I can. What? This way? Weapon would be nice.
No. Whenever someone asks,
Time to focus it up.
or what have you been up to? Or just, what's new?
How am I in danger?
Just do what you love. Toyo Tires.
So things are not looking good. Let's just say that. Are they
Interesting.
cooked? I think that there is a very good chance, there is a very high probability of them in fact being cooked. I don't know yet, but we'll find out. And what is this, Marathon? Well, keep this in mind. So Marathon hasn't released or posted any sort of update at all about the game on their Twitter. Take a look at this. So almost every day.
Take a look at my girlfriend. I'll show you what she got. Take a look at my girlfriend. Tell you what I got.
And they've been radio silent ever since the announcement of this live stream.
Hey, hola, Salve.
Every day.
I don't want to disturb you in your business.
Uh-oh.
You know, way out here.
The game got aborted? I don't think that they can abort the game.
Left control to dodge costs energy. Yeah, your energy is tied into your attacks and dodging and all that shit, so you're gonna have to be careful with all that.
Let me go back. I'm trying to find the video. It's one of these here. Where the fuck did it go? There we go. Alright, let's take a look at it. They took it.
How do you block?
Surely, that's what it was.
What was Hill? Fuck, don't do it!
Wrong for Marathon right now. There is a lot we're going to learn in this video, far more than just the art plagiarism stuff.
Blueprints.
Because we live in a world where it's very easy for people to just say, stupid devs, don't know nothing, don't care about the players. What if I told you that lots of developers inside...
Take a look at my girlfriend. I'll show you what she got.
...substantial PvE elements, but that they were not listened to. Maybe that is the biggest point.
Got a
of this
map.
video.
Cool,
What
cool.
happens when an organization basically goes to shit. Now, I'm going to start with two quotes. The first one, morale is in free fall across all departments. The second quote, the vibes have never been worse.
Hello, amigos. Can I crouch and stealth kill or no?
Why is it that
Okay, so E's block. I wonder if I can parry with that too.
The husk of a husk of a husk? Yes, exactly, right? There you go. Bought by Sony, it's over, I guess so.
Those are what sources telling Paul Tassi say that the player
Yes!
Bungie has basically
Again.
left in the lives of the
I always, as long as a game has parry, I will immediately fall in love with it.
And so leadership in the game, well,
And you can parry.
as they tried to defend their responsible, I still have
And I forgot to heal, so I'm dead. It's okay. I like to die.
I don't think I do.
It's actually my hobby is to die.
Damn it, man. How did I lose it? Shit!
Take a look at my girlfriend. I'll show you what you got. Take a look at my boyfriend. He likes to eat a snot. Take a look at my pockets. There's no money in them. Take a look at my wallet. I got cotton balls in it. Take a look at my bedroom. I need to clean it. Take a look at my kitchen. There's no food in it. Take a look at my car. I don't have one. Take a look at my criminal record. I got one.
I'll tell you that.
No, seriously though, I was just like browsing Steam and I just seen this game, so I was like, you know what? I'm tired of passing on games just because it might be at mixed reviews.
Is Conquer
Ugh.
is Jesus.
I'm just gonna check the game out, you know, because maybe most of the reviews are for dumb shit like performance issues, because people don't know how to fucking fix their goddamn computers half the time. And they go leave a game in bad fucking reviews because of it. And I'm like, whatever, bro. The game might be good. Just because they didn't like it, don't mean I won't like it. You know what I'm saying? Take a look at my go. Oh, okay, I'll stop. I've been saying that shit way too much. You know what I'm saying? If you don't enjoy what you don't see so far, please do not like and subscribe, because why would I want to get over 200 subs? Actually, it would be nice to hit 500. I just don't think I could do it. So if I do it, it'll be extra cool. For one, I don't think I'm good enough at doing the stuff, and it's hard. It's hard being a YouTuber.
I don't think that it would be
Why would I want to use this?
I don't think that it would be possible for
A log.
Marathon to be worse than Conqueror.
You got a log or a sword? Is it a wooden sword?
Was,
No.
I think that at least they can guarantee
Inventory.
that it will never
So
be
we
worse
have.
than Conqueror. But that doesn't mean that it'd be good.
It's a rusty sword and a wooden club. Club, not club. Do the weapons have durability? Hmm. Interesting. Take a look. Oh, I'm so sorry. Once I get a song going in my head, like it does not stop. I'd like to find some enemies so I can show you guys some of the combat. I'm trying. I don't think this is the right way.
Yeah, it's not.
Is it?
These were not allegations. It was proven, and they admitted.
No, I think I'm running backwards.
But no, it did happen. It probably shouldn't have.
Rebirth Shrine, so
Joseph Cross explaining that they had intended to show a lot more.
I want to be like right here, maybe.
It seems that they had plans to highlight
So
changes
let's
based
go
on
back.
feedback, but they, of course, in this stream, showed absolutely no gameplay for the full hour. They couldn't until the plagiarized assets had been reviewed and stripped out of the game. Of course, the big worry is
That's one of the reasons why I think they might have to delay
This
it,
way.
is to go through every single
I'm
aspect
horrible with
that
directions.
all of them are legitimate, so they can avoid a lawsuit. And I think
I'll have
they
a map
have to do
and
that.
still get lost. I'm just so bad at it.
Crazy.
I've always been that way.
And this is what it basically said. This was plagiarism by one artist who worked on pre-production in 2020. It was then placed on a decal.
Take a look at.
Company statement and what Joe said.
How do you have the same thing happen 4 times though? Like there's a lot of
4
companies that use
beers
external
and
artists,
3
but
beers.
like it's only one
Beers,
that's accused
beers,
clearly of art.
Beers.
So I mean, very clearly, at least
You like that,
say
Daddy?
that the process that you have for getting independent artists is not very good. I would say it's not that great.
According to them, it was not caught, but now the review process has been updated across Bungie to stop the problem from happening again. As for fixing the problem, steps in the last 24 hours, as of
I don't
today,
get
included reaching
why I'll hit them, but they'll still have 4 bars.
I swear to God, I just saw this. I looked over at Twitter. For
I
a
don't.
second. Marathon delay likely, as Sony has reportedly canceled all paid marketing
I
plans.
could craft a military longsword. Nice.
Oh my
Kind of reminded me of Forge of Fire so far.
Wow. Bungie's Marathon is likely to be delayed as a new report claims Sony has now canceled all paid marketing plans. Oh, wow.
As if I could ever sit still long enough.
Literally 15 minutes ago.
to Ontario, auditing all of the unnamed artist's previous work. basically meaning that no new footage can be shown until that is done, then removing anything that is questionably sourced from any asset. He then went on to describe the hundreds of internal and external artists who have worked in this game over the last 5 years. He emphasized that external partners were not involved in this one, likely because of some early connections being drawn by the public, crossing over to personal public apology to Anti-Real to make this right. After all of that, then, the stream moved on to
I don't
deal with the
know
response to the
how.
alpha, and I'll get to that shortly, especially the stuff that is being said by Paul Tassi's sources, because they are quite
Ow!
Well,
How do I
that's the other
switch
thing,
weapons?
is that this whole the art problem and the art theft problem would not even matter if the game was really good.
Oh,
People would
X?
just chalk it up
That's
and they'd
weird.
say,
X.
mistakes happen, right? It was some random asshole. Okay, who cares? But the problem is that the game is bad.
I
and
told you
that's
this
why
is the right
everything
way.
else is a lot worse. That's why it's really
essentially
bad.
reflects the same position that Bungie took with their first statement, right? There's a little bit more detail here, but nothing major.
So there's good parries and bad parries depending on how good you time it. That's kind of cool. Fuck, and that was horrible.
The reactions, obviously, were great.
I'm dead.
We weren't at Nintendo Stream Chat.
Got no heals.
But audiences consistently left absolutely brutal messages.
The only reason why that didn't happen is because the chat was set to followers only mode for 1 month. And even then, it was spammed with people adding a guy who his name was like, I am God of plagiarism or something like that.
The hosts
Even
were
that.
clearly reading. You could see it in their faces.
I like how he went up the ladder. He kind of jumped a little bit.
And of course, the mimetic plagiarism,
Saving some time.
dog riffings, process
Yeah, new
actually
armor.
just,
That's what I need,
customers,
dog.
being fired. Lots of people saying Art Raiders, which is of course a little bit of a play
Or
on the
is it?
major points of competition.
It sure
a game
is.
called Art Raiders that
I don't see it. Was it a
also
blueprint?
moved from being PvE, PvP.
I swear I
actually
just
has
seen
had
I got new
positive
armor.
buzz recently. Anyway, all of this might have been made worse by the format of the stream
I got a
itself.
skill
You see,
tree
Bungie
too.
previously
I didn't even know that. Yeah.
Just so we can get to the format of the stream, just keep in mind I have the list. No Norsgate, random audio going up and down. The off-screen guy's mic isn't even on. ASMR breathing, double audio, more double audio, triple audio. There's no indication of who's talking. There's an echo. Each
I
volume
thought
is
this was
for
the
a
right
different
way,
host
right?
As well. There's audio popping, more double audio, audio volume changing randomly. They were in a Discord call and they can't manage to get one of the guys inside of the Discord call. They're getting notifications
I'm getting my ass
during
kicked.
Discord during the whole. It was I swear to God, a middle school should have
It's
done
hard to
this,
see when the attack's gonna
and so,
actually
there
hit.
was one part of it where the two guys were there, and because one guy couldn't figure out how to get into Discord call, they had to ask the question to one guy, and then the other guy had to baby bird the same question to the second guy, so like he actually understands what's being discussed. It was so bad.
got
It was
a lot of
embarrassing.
fan sympathy out of just how low tech their stream
telephone,
were.
yeah.
That was just people talking to the camera. As the late Susan
Three
Reed would
Stooges.
say, it was less polish, more texture. That's generally what people want. It's just that here it absolutely did hit different. It still is a very humanizing way of doing a presentation like this, but in this case, well, they had a far wider audience than they normally would. Situations altogether.
It had nothing to do with it being humanizing. It was just badly done. Like the video for it was bad, the audio was bad, everything about it was bad. It was just a badly produced event. Like it being humanized is good, but you can have a humanized event that doesn't have bad audio. Like you don't need bad audio to make something humanizing.
Oh, I need to go there. I'm a dumbass. I didn't even see that.
Walmart Plus members get free delivery on more than just groceries. Free delivery on these apples and this shirt.
I wonder if I should play the gamepad. I might try it. I don't know if I'm liking the keyboard too much. I'll try it for science.
Or we were liars.
Oh shit, you know
what
what?
you need right here. Your entertainment escape.
Alright, it's not working.
A toast to Tina's new business. Oh, if that was a hobby. Essential oils are my thing.
Wherever the road takes you, Chevy is ready to drive you forward. With pure power unleashed, and future-forward technology. Every path leads to new possibilities. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
There we go.
Much more serious, expectations were higher. This was all made worse by tech issues. Audio desyncing was a real problem. Discord questions from the public were only fed towards Ziegler, who was clearly the only one who was planned to be there originally. This
Okay, now this feels like a more like a Dark Souls setup. You got R1, light attack, R2, heavy attack. L2 is parry block. L1 seems to be doing nothing right now.
They couldn't really do anything in the way of showing
A is dash.
because it was just so lo-fi. And that's just the leadership. Because where things really get interesting is when we go and see what's happening in the rank and file. Paul Tassie's sources have been quick to describe how things are going inside the studio, and man, it is not.
Where's my other sword?
They suggest the internal explanation for the plagiarism is exactly the same as the public one, so no new real information on that. But more.
Yeah, no, I fully believe their explanation. I think they're retarded. I think they're retarded, and this is what happens when you're retarded. These are the issues. These are the problems that you run into.
Importantly, both Sony and Bungie Legal are now investigating the whole situation. And on the ground, staff are deeply worried here. And that's because plagiarism is only one part of the conversation. I think what potentially more dangerous for them is all of this buzz about the plagiarism means that every little detail is going to be picked up on. More sources will talk. And that's why we now have to talk about Marathon as a video game.
Oh, wait.
Paul's reporting. Everyone has the same concerns about what happens to Bungie as a studio if Marathon bombs.
What could that possibly be? I don't know, guys. What could happen to a studio if they invest 5 years or 10 years into a video game and it concords? I'm going to show you guys what happens. That's what happens.
I blocked that!
And everybody knows it. Yep. Welcome home. And the fact is that I feel bad because I bet a lot of the people that are working as developers for the game and coders are probably good at their job. It's just sad that they're being managed by a bunch of morons.
Which is something they absolutely cannot afford. Sticking with the report, Tassie's sources say that they're not aware of any plans to delay Marathon past its September release date. That seems kind of insane if you ask me. And it's perhaps because changes were already in place before the plagiarism controversy began.
Yeah.
So, as the month of May started, Bungie had, quote, pulled the plug on their planned marketing in order to counter the narrative that had came up in response. Basically, the plagiarism controversy has just simply increased the need to delay things, and they've already delayed and cancelled their marketing. As such, a single public beta in August could now become a, quote, roadmap of public tests, which would likely open up the game long-term to global audiences rather than just the people in the US who've gone to play it so far. Now, if we were to assume that May is being written off to rebuild their marketing plan, that means that Bungie and Sony have about 3 months to audit and replace any offending art assets. Meanwhile, of course,
there's no way that you can go in 3 months and not only finish the game, because keep in mind, like, the art problem is just simply a bonus problem. You still have the issue of, I don't know, the game. And so, like, if the game isn't ready, and the game isn't started, and it's not finished, and then you have to do the art problem on top of that, there's no way they're going to finish it in time. It's impossible. Any reasonable person would know that.
Also have to relaunch the game's reputation and get it in front of audiences, because the initial reveal that happened this year did not go well. That means this is all shaping up to be quite disastrous, and they're doing all of this ahead of a September release date that is across all major platforms. Doing all of this simultaneously, if you ask me, seems completely unfeasible. I mean, even if Marathon was universally hyped, that would still be an ambitious goal. Like, with your team locked in and motivated. But for Marathon, Marathon right now, that feels honestly impossible to
Sekiro.
reach. The most revealing information from Tassie's sources might actually be about the creation of Marathon, not the release of Marathon. And it might even explain why the gameplay critiques from the alpha aren't actually dealing with the most major complaints, which are things like proximity chat, PvE, solo modes, and loads of other.
If the game releases without proximity chat, you can assume that the game is going to be garbage. Any game that says that they're prioritizing player safety is probably a game that's going to be run and managed by retards.
God.
You just can't, like, you can't have a game that's
Fuck!
managed by retards and have it do well. That's it. Not assume. No, this is the same thing I said. Like, if you see a video game that has a lot of ugly female or weird-looking androgynous characters, you should just assume that the game is garbage. Because fundamentally, nobody wants that, and everybody knows it. So if you're putting it in the game, you're basically saying, we don't care what you want, we're going to make the game the way that we want, and it's not going to go very well.
Things.
That's it.
Essentially, there's a very clear vision for this game, and it was set in stone a long time ago.
Yeah.
Marathon was originally pitched by the good old boy higher-ups of Bungie leadership, and as far back as 5 years ago, devs were telling them that it would and wouldn't work, and often were ignored. Many have said previously that it needed to have some sort of PvE component, and I think that last line will really ring true for a lot of you watching this video. It's pretty much
And that's the way I feel about it too. Is like, I don't want to play PvP in a game and have to do PvP all the time, because it's just really hard. And I think also every really popular game, like, there are PvE and bullshit modes in those games. Like, even Fortnite, for example, has like a PvE type mode in it. And so, like, if you want to make a big game for a mass audience, you have to add in some form of PvE or something that players can do besides that. I'll be right back in a second. Sorry about that. Let's continue. Yes, the game needed a PvE mode. Of course it needs a PvE mode. Every one of these games needs some version of that if you want to hit a large mainstream audience. It's common sense.
Thing people have been saying. It's nice to know that, at least internally in the studio, a lot of people seem to have agreed. Now, overall, this is a story we have heard many times before at many different studios. Sometimes a singular vision is about delivering you a Kojima-style experience. Sometimes it's not. And in this story, we know that Marathon's former game director, Christopher Barrett, left Bungie in the middle of 2023 after more than 20 years at the company. Now, this came after a HR investigation that accused him of inappropriate behavior. He does maintain his innocence, and he sued Bungie for the payout that he was owed for his stocks, but there are certainly some things that he said that do, let's just say, not really look like professional speech. Now, his tenure alone likely would have placed him in that good old boy group that is being talked about.
I mean, I'm going to say that's really bad. Like, if you have to replace the main guy that's in charge of the game for 4 years, like 2 years before the game comes out, that's awful. Like, that kind of is what happened with BFA, and I think with Shadowlands with WoW. Like, think about how many things were fucked up with those expansions because of the whole sexual assault scandal.
Remember your ABCs! Always be positive! And the Walmart app has over 500 million items.
Walmart has dancing shoes?
The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
We asked people who said they've had Domino's stuffed crust pizza before to compare it to our new stuffed crust.
That's better than the one they have currently.
Only Domino's has never had stuffed crust before.
Are you serious?
Until now. Introducing Domino's new and first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try one for the first time tonight.
This is phenomenal.
What if life were just more? More rewards, more savings, more special offers. That's what new Fuel Rewards members get at Shell. Join to save 10 cents per gallon on your first fill, 20 cents per gallon on the second, 30 cents per gallon on the third, and enjoy everyday savings afterwards. Simple as that. The more you fill, the more you save. Join today, because life should be more rewarding.
I think this is exactly what happened.
and I suppose the sources within the company that he's been able to reach. And it would go a long way to explain the game framework and direction that the team have been left to work on in these past 2 years, which of course is well beyond the game's initially planned launch. Yeah, Marathon is really late. Remember, this game was greenlit under very, very different financial circumstances.
Yep.
There's a popular belief, right, that Marathon is part of PlayStation's live service push. But the thing is, Bungie was acquired in 2022. Marathon...
That must suck if you're PlayStation. You just keep releasing flops over and over, and they just can't get it right. And they had it right for Helldivers, and then they made it wrong. Everything was great with Helldivers, and then they decided, no, we're going to make you use a PSN account, and then they killed their reputation again.
was started in 2019, and 2019 is also when Bungie broke off their publishing arrangement with Activision for Destiny, and they were finally way more independent. Now, we know from Activision leadership that Bungie was consistently having to lean on Activision support studios, High Moon and Vicarious Visions, to deliver expansions and content. Basically, it didn't make Activision enough money. Bungie's stuff was eating into their resources.
What a
And
surprise.
Bungie out on their own, they presumably decided to invest in another revenue stream while they could afford it. And of course would be but this was before Destiny 2's commercial high point with the Witch Queen expansion. When Barrett's departure was reported, IGN also claimed that staff expected, quote, senior company leadership to leave in droves when the 2026 stock vestments clear from the PlayStation acquisition. And that's big.
No.
Somebody at Sony's having a really bad time. I mean, yeah. Like, can you imagine being the guys at Sony that have made these calls?
Basically the thing. A lot of these, it seems, are just playing for time until they can escape with a shitload of money. And that's the same leadership who dismissed executive pay cuts by saying that Bungie works to, quote, them, that's the type of company. Because, you know, fuck solidarity with your workers, you don't...
God, man. Fuck.